Hello, everyone. Today, we're diving into Scientology's top executive training course, the FEBC. And it was created by L. Ron Hubbard in 1970 on the ship Apollo. And apparently, it's supposed to teach you how to run any organization on Earth. Amir's joining me to help unpack that claim. So without further ado, I shall add him to the stage. Hello!
T, it's so good to see you. How are you?
Oh, you too. I'm good, thank you. I'm getting there. Trying to be a bit more profesh. My last live was a bit of a disaster. So I apologize to everyone for my last one. I was just not on form at all. I was completely out tech or whatever you call it.
You had MUs.
I just
I know.
Oh, it's terrible. I should be in ethics. I should be in very low conditions, wherever the lowest one is. I'll just say hi to the people in the chat. We've got the wonderful William Drummond, who is a good friend of mine.
Shout out to Bill Drummond.
Yeah, he's holding down the fort in Plymouth at the moment. So, yeah, hope to have him on very soon. Hello, Billy. We got Jojo the Enforcer. Thanks, Jojo, for being here. Thanks for modding. And Mad Drop there, my lovely friend. Thank you for modding as well, mate. Mad's down there in Melbourne. We got Angela. Oh,
Leanie.
Oh, I pressed the wrong one. Hey, Leanie. Sorry. Hello, darling. I was pressing that one. I wanted to take my siesta, but you're gonna stay up. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Wow.
Oh no, you will not be sleeping and you'll stay here just for me. So I think that's what you mean anyway. That's just crazy. Get your sleep and watch me later. But thank you. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate anyone that comes to watch me rabble on, to be honest with you. Who else we got? We got Jennifer Layton. Hello. I think I've got it on vertical. I've got it on vertical and normal, and it's confusing. I don't know how to turn it off. So it's on both at the moment. Yeah. Who else we got? We got Kathy, ever faithful Kathy, with her 6 devices. Hello. It's so nice to have you on live, Amir, as well. Like this is it's nice
anytime.
Oh, Billy says boo you too. Hey, Cricket Cinema, thanks for being here.
Hey. Oh, Cricket Cinema, I love that name.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well, you would, wouldn't you? Yeah, you like your film. Yeah, Cricket Cinema actually does some really awesome like AI art. Like, just I don't know how they do the prompts and that, but a really cool like Scientology stuff. So if you go on their channel and their community posts and everything, you'll see their stuff on there. We got Eerie Forever. Hello, we've got quite a few in here. 25. Hey. Oh my goodness.
Oh wow.
Amy, hello, darling. I watched your story the other day, yesterday. I fell asleep the first time and then I made sure I watched it the second time. So really, really horrible to hear what you went through because of Scientology. Did you watch that one, Amir?
No, you have to send it to me, though.
I'll have to send it. Yeah, I think I posted it on my community post. We always kind of we try and support each other, the small channels, and share each other's stuff and that, get the awareness out.
All right.
Yeah, there's two. So there's 2 actual chats. I don't know what's going on with that. Just come in the bigger chat. I don't know. All right. So today we were going to talk about the FEBC, which is the Flag Executive Briefing Course. Would you? Are you all on horizontal? Oh, I don't know. Whatever. Could you please tell us what you know about this? This executive course, Amir, if you could just tell us a bit about what you know about it, please.
Yeah, it's just a load of bollocks.
All right, then, see you later, everyone.
Yeah, I mean, that is the conclusion that I think everyone's going to come to. Obviously, it was established in 1970 on the ship by LRH. The thing is, right, I came in, kind of 2022-ish, like at the end of that time. Yeah. I didn't go through the golden age of knowledge 1, the golden age of knowledge 2, get 1, get 2. I didn't go through the golden age of the golden age of tech. Golden age of tech 1 and 2, golden age of knowledge. See, that shows you how many golden ages there are, right?
It's ridiculous, isn't it?
right, I came in through the golden age of admin, through administration, and that's what I had to study and go through. And you know what the funny thing is, right? When it comes to religion, because theology is a very interesting subject. You look
Yeah.
at, Judaism, Christianity, and you have your book, you have your Bible, and you have your teachings, and you have your basic principles. But honestly, T, with the FEBC involves you having to do all of the OEC volumes. I don't know if you've ever seen an OEC volume in real life, the Organization Executive
OEC.
course. The OEC, oh my God,
Yeah.
T.
Yeah.
The
I
OEC
have.
volumes are honest to God, bigger than my head.
Yeah.
Like they
Yeah.
are, I don't know how you could get through it. HCO was the biggest one, Division 1, HCO, right?
Okay.
And you look at the size, there's 7 OEC volumes, but there's also Basic Staff Hat, which is the same size, which is I think volume 0. And then you have, the management series. You've got to study PR, you've got to study logic, you've got the data series, you've got the computing series, you've got all of these different series, the finance series. I had to do the finance course. I had to get through my
Yeah.
staff statuses. There's so many courses that you need to go through to
Yeah.
complete this massive FEBC. And on top of that, to the best of my knowledge from being there recently, and obviously being a salesman and a registrar, which was one of my many, many jobs, the most expensive course that you can do today in Scientology is, I believe, it's Superpower. Superpower is like 40
Yeah.
grand.
Yeah.
$40,000 because flag
Yeah.
prices we're talking about, because you can only do it at flag.
Yeah.
So
It's crazy. Yeah.
right, these guys all do it for free though. The Sea Org and the staff that would go for, because you have to do superpower to do
Okay.
your FEBC. That's why when you look at Minnesota and you look at Gunner, he's got a superpower bit, his superpower pin. That's why when you go look at
Yeah.
San Francisco and you've got Andy, or you go look at Tampa's TikTok and you watch these guys speak who are all FEBC, they have their green FEBC pin and they have their superpower pin. They
Yeah.
love it. They, like, when I was at St. Hill last year, everyone walked around with their superpower pin. And when you go and talk to these guys, it seems to be their favorite course that they've ever done, with their 47 perceptics and
Oh,
being able
it's
to,
crazy. Yeah.
right?
I've
But it's an absolutely, like, I was going to be sent for that course this year, okay? And that course is taking people 3 years to do at flag. It's a biggie. It's
the
really, it's
FEBC. Yeah. Yeah.
right. It's a big
It's yeah.
commitment. Three
It looks
years away from your
insane.
family at flag. And the other thing is you're a night shift. You don't go in study during the day with everyone else at flag. No, you stay in, you've got or if there needs to be a level of exchange, you might do some cleaning and whatnot. But you've got your own kind of motel or whatever that you're staying in. And then
Mm.
those guys go in, I think, so because the last study periods, because obviously study periods in Scientology are in blocks, right? I think there's 4 or 5 periods in a day. The last one is 7 till 9:30. I think it's a little bit different at the advanced organizations like St. Hill. I think it's slightly different compared to just normal
This is it. There we go.
organizations.
There we go. Sorry,
There
there's
we go.
Gunner. There's Gunner at the front there. You might people might recognize him from the TikTok videos. Did you say does he run it all, or he he's
Yeah.
he
Yeah, yeah.
runs the whole thing, or he's very he makes me laugh because he
He's
always
very
kind of
interesting.
he always does. He says da 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 da, and then he walks away, and then and this book, and then he walks away, and I'm like, this bloke's always on the move, eh? It's just
Gunner's a very interesting guy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he hunts bears. He hunts bear. Like he's a Minnesota guy. I had to work with him a few times, and because I worked with these guys on social media, and I ended up doing like this massive collaboration video where we throw this Dynetics book to each other, and I had to work with them on it. And he does like water skiing, where he
I've
hangs off the
seen,
end of a
yeah.
bow. He hunts bears with a bow and arrow in Minnesota. He's a very, very, he's like a bodybuilder.
Active,
He
yeah.
yeah, yeah, he got sent like with our guys, like the very, very first batch. And he came back with the and Minnesota are obviously ideal. They're an ideal organization, and that building is bloody mad. I mean, honestly, their chapel where they hold staff meetings
I've
and
seen
whatnot,
it. It's
it
like a
looks
big
like Cineworld.
auditorium. Yeah, yeah,
I mean, it was a museum, T. It's Minnesota was a
yeah,
museum before it got, changed into that. But
yeah.
yeah, interesting guy for sure.
Yeah, I've seen inside there. I think because a few people went up there and protested and stuff. Because do you know Natalie Life After a Cult?
Yes,
She
yes.
used to come on and do a recap every day. She lives in Minnesota, and I think there's quite a few people went up there at one point.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Powerlize, for becoming a member. Thank you very much. Yay!
Yay!
And hello and welcome. Yeah, so do you know how much they pay to do this FEBC thingy?
For staff in Sea Org, it's free. You don't have to pay a penny.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, because do you know it's really it's a very funny situation, right? Obviously, because staff don't need to pay unless you leave. That's a whole different story because
then you get your freeloaders debt, which
you get your freeloader bill, right? Whether it's Sea Org or staff. But
which is not enforceable legally, by the way. It's not enforceable.
It's not at all, not at all.
Yeah.
But let's say like, okay, you go, you do your FEBC training. That also involves auditing because you have to be a NED case completion. So you got your auditing side. They're all trained auditors as well. You have to be a trained auditor. So they're all, class 4, class 5 auditors on top of that. So you might see them with an audit with a badge right here, with an academy badge. So they're all clear or NED case completions and trained auditors, right? But let's say, and they're, they've done superpower, they've done all this training.
Did you say NED? Sorry, NED.
Yeah, yes, they've all done NEDs.
Can you explain what that is for people who don't know what these acronyms mean?
I know, I'm so bad for it. NED is basically you've got this bridge, right? This bridge to total freedom, and it's split in half. You become a trained auditor and you also get counseling yourself, right? So there's just levels. You've got your purification rundown, you've got, all these different levels, right? Clear is like the whole point before you get onto your special OT levels and you start counseling yourself. So just before a clear, you are going through different rundowns. Okay, you're sitting.
That's a Scottish inside joke.
That's brilliant.
Sorry, I had to.
No, it's okay. It's okay. But NED is basically just something you do before you can go clear on NED because you're going through NED drug rundown and you're going through all these different rundowns on NED. If you don't go clear on NED, then you have to go this alternate route where you have to audit yourself to attaining the state of clear. Yeah. But you have basically all these guys have to do, they have to be a NED case completion doing all these rundowns, or they have to be clears. But if they do end up leaving, then they'll get, and they want to be in good standings with the church or organization, then they'll be nailed with a freeloader's bill.
Sorry, mate, I have to put this one up as well. This is somebody who's come in on the vertical, and he said, this guy, oh, no, hang on a minute.
Oh, wow, that's terrible.
This guy's cooked. I'm presuming that you're someone that has been in here before. He is not reading from ChatGPT. This is Amir, and he left Scientology.
No, not at all.
You left Scientology, what was it, about a month ago now, wasn't it? Or 5-6 weeks? End of January, he left Scientology. Yeah. So, shush your mush.
No, it's okay. Shout out to that guy. No, I'm not reading ChatGPT.
So NED stands for New Era Dynetics. Or New Era.
I think New Era Dynetics is better.
ERA. I think. I think Paralyzed said it as well. Yeah, there you go. Dynetics on an e-meter. Yeah, so it's just a load of, as you said at the beginning, a load of bollocks. I knew an Ed once. Yeah. What, Ned Kelly? Anyway, so what were you saying before that? Before I got you to explain what Ned?
No, it's okay. It's just
so they've got to be trained. So they've got to be trained to a certain level and up high enough to be able to go and do this training, which is free for the staff. But you have to pay for your flights and everything, right? You'd have to pay for your flights, surely.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Because I mean, when I would get sent to France or when I would get bounced around to go to delegates conferences for the IES and stuff, the organization would pay for me and my flights. And it's the same with Sea Org. They don't have any money, so people pay for them. And I don't know if you know, there's other cheeky ways of doing it, right? Because you've got there's a Ben's Gutters. You ever heard of Ben's Gutters before? Well, a Scottish guy runs that. Okay, it's Rory McLeod, but big business, right? He gutter cleaning business,
wasn't he? Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is an interesting one. Rory McLeod, who is Scottish, and he was a former London staff member and a former Scottish staff member. He pays for Sea Org members' flights. I mean, he's like a flag machine. So Sea Org guys will come, he'll pay for their flights, accommodation. Some people do stuff like that, but the chance of you paying for your flight are pretty slim. The organization really should be paying for it, unless, I mean, some people are like, well, they always got no money, so I'll just pay for my own flight, But
yeah. All good, Billy. I knew what you meant. So so it's free and they go there, and it's meant to take 2 years, isn't it? I think
it takes ages. I mean, you have to do it 3 times through. 3 times. So it's probably like it takes you a year just to get through the whole damn thing once. And you've got clay demonstrations. You have to do a thing called M2 word clearing, method 2 word clearing. Basically, it's really bloody bad if you have anxiety. It's basically, right, you are sitting in a flag course room, which is massive, and you're sitting down with these 2 cans on the meter, and you have to read aloud holding the cans, a book, or the material in front of you. The thing is, right, when it comes to method 9 word clearing, which is reading aloud and just in a different way, it's not on the meter, or method 2 word clearing, it's so bloody bad if you have anxiety, because per policy, per the bulletin, what LRH says is you can't slip up, you can't slow down, you can't. It has to be flawless, perfect. Like if I pick this up, and I read, once upon a time there was a guy called Joe. I can't slip up. I can't.
Like a
really
Toastmasters Pro. There's
exactly.
a thing called. Yeah, I've never been to Toastmasters. I think some people say it's a Scientology front group, but I don't know about that. I'd have to look into it. But I would fail that massively. Maybe I should start going.
Oh my God, everyone does. Everyone. Yeah.
I don't know. I've got. Is that one of the course routes? No, that's.
Yeah, I think that's got quite a few course rooms. I think it's got 13 course rooms.
Yeah, that's one of the ones for. I've got some pictures. So people are wondering what flag is. This is the entrance to flag. This is where Aaron and crew protest and do their chalking. You never see them going in and out, do you?
Right there is where the chalk is.
Yeah. Then you've got, I don't know what all this is, but it looks pretty snazzy. I mean, I like the look of this. And surely this is not to look up where their orgs are, because they say there's 11,000 orgs and missions. And if you look at, if you go to a YouTube channel called At the Journey 2020, and she has mapped out every single Scientology building, franchise, Narcanons, Criminons, all the front groups, Way to Happiness, all the Dianetics places, even like some of the free zoner stuff, all of the Scientology businesses that she can find, and it still doesn't even come to, I think it's about 3,000. So there's nowhere near 11,000 orgs and missions. So it's absolute bull dust. But yeah, it's a pretty impressive building, of course, paid for by Scientologists and their donations. I should have got some pictures of the superpower, because that's a whole other stream, I think. But yeah, it's just mental, absolutely mental. Yeah. So the reason I wanted to bring this up is because I'm a bit of a geek, and I find it interesting of how these courses, do they actually work, and what are they told that they are meant? What are they told? What are their expectations of what these courses are meant to do? What's the outcome meant to be of this course?
Do you know
because you were there, actually. Sorry to interrupt. You were there.
Yeah.
Was it you were there when Malcolm had come back?
Yeah.
Were you there? Right. So how long were you there in Edinburgh before he came back?
End of 2022. So, I mean, I never knew Malcolm, and I never knew Sophia, and I never knew Ian, the org officer, and the exec Estel. I never knew them prior to their FABC training. So they came back
Okay.
hard as nails, knowing all the policy, um, and they were just bloody ruthless, bloody ruthless. Yeah.
In what way? What do you mean?
Well, automatically your ego is gonna inflate by a million times when you go and you've read every single L. Ron Hubbard policy. You're clear, class 5, highly trained auditor, no reactive mind. You've been away at Flag, which is the mecca of Scientology, for 3 years, and then you've got all these badges and pins attached to you. You're IES patrons. You come back, you know more technology and policy than anyone in the entire org. You're one of the most trained people on the entire planet. Yeah, your ego's going to be a bit of a bitch to work with, you know. But they're not like, if you want to work with like caring human beings who are very intelligent and know to, they know how to expand a bloody organization, and they know what works and what doesn't work, and they've got good rational thinking. They're not your guys. They're not your guys, I'm afraid. They're not your guys. You know,
Yeah.
like they came, and I've seen the stats, and I know the stats. And listen, those guys came back in 20. I'll let everyone else decide this. Those guys came back in 2024. Do you know how many first service starts they got a week? Maximum 2 a week. Maximum two new
I was
public,
quite
2 new
shocked to hear
people.
that they even got that where you are, especially with the way the building's painted at the moment. It doesn't stand out at all. They used to have that in, like it was like the sandstone color, and it was like it stood out more when it said, you say Hubbard, the Hubbard Academy of Personal Independence, as they think it's called.
You got it.
Wherever it is, yeah.
Nailed it.
And then they had it in green, and then they had it in blue, and it's just they've had all these different colors. So I don't know why they painted it that color. And one point they had it with Dianetics on a black sign with red writing, and it looked like
That's
satanic,
old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wasn't a good choice of colors.
All changed because of the shop. All changed because that shop, that building next door, not on the right where Greg's is, but on the left-hand side, that's been renovated. And David Miscavige, COB, approved the space plans at the IES event when Malcolm had met him. Because Malcolm bypassed absolutely everyone, because Malcolm knows if you want to get a CSW to David Miscavige, the line is just too big. So he basically had it in his hands. And there's an EDs meeting. A lot of people actually don't know this. You've got the whole IES event, right? And you've got the patrons pop. But see, when people start going home on the Monday and stuff, Monday you've got a exec meeting. You've got the Captain of St. Hill. You've got CLO. You've got all the EDs in the UK, all the FEBC EDs. They all meet with David Miscavige. It's a thing. Every Monday in the Great Hall, they meet him. And Malcolm would take me home, so I had to wait. That meeting was 7 hours last year. But Malcolm just walked up to David Miscavige and said, "Sir, these are the space plans. We've got the staff for it," after he recruited several miners. And then Dave looked at it and said, "Great, okay." So
Malcolm, the child trafficker, we'll say that.
In
my opinion.
Right, so that's why they've got a new sign. That's why the FBO is basically working really hard on that. Malcolm has managed to fundraise for people to pay for the renovations, mostly big donors, Scottish big donors, IES big donors. And so that's why they're painting it and changing the colors, and they've got their signs in place, and it's being renovated. So yeah.
And so the plan is, when that opens, well, they're going to open that first and then the ideal org, or do they have to open the ideal org first and then that one? No,
they'll open the life. I'll tell you what, they're not. Scotland are not going to go ideal unless they import people. It's impossible. I think they're at 25 staff right now, and David
Miscavige have 100, aren't they?
I mean, because that's what Malcolm and that's what everyone else says. 100, 110 staff. They're at 25 right now, and David Miscavige said to Malcolm, I can get that ideal org because they've got the building. David Miscavige told Malcolm, I can get that ideal org open, immediately, but can you man it? And Malcolm said, "Yes, sir, but with great difficulty." So, I mean, he's not going to say no to Dave right in front of his face. So he said, yes, sir,
Yeah.
with great difficulty. So it's just staff. That's the only thing. But they're not expanding it. Like I said, 2 first starts a week maximum for 2 years.
Yeah.
Some FEBC training, right?
It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. Yeah, Billy. So Billy actually has his brother's actually in Edinburgh Org at the moment, which is, you know, really sad that he's still stuck in there and, you know, in the prison of belief. And I'm sorry for that, Billy. You know, it's just dreadful. Billy has had everything that he cares about taken away by Scientology. This is no, we're having a laugh and that, but this is a serious, you know, they are in my opinion, a worldwide criminal organization and a sophisticated mind control operation. And they take people's lives away from them, you know. And you were actually, Brian was actually the ED while Malcolm was away, right?
Yeah, Brian is a happy Scottish legend, and you know, Brian. It's a shame,
not happy as in emotionally happy. Happy is the acronym for the building in Edinburgh. Just for people that don't know, it's called HAPI. Right. Yeah.
So everyone, you know, it's not Church of Scientology Scotland. It's not Church of Scientology Edinburgh. Like they're not called that at all. It's the Hubbard Academy of Personal Independence. Everyone calls them happy. Because everything is short in Scientology, you know. But Brian, he's you know, you've got guys working in that life improvement center, which is, you know, it's going to have a public information center, it's going to have reception, it's going to have all this stuff. It was supposed to open in January, and then it was supposed to be in February, and now we're in March, and I don't think it's open. Per the last time I passed through it, Lord knows when it's going to open. But you've got guys working in there who are not getting paid at all, working with very dangerous equipment. So it's not the best. Yeah,
that's got to be a reportable offence, isn't it? I don't know. Yeah. So what was it? Where was it going? I did have a flow. So with the FEB,
I killed your flow.
No, you're right. I'll kill my own flow. I don't need anyone to help me with that. Jeez Louise. I've made a lot of notes and stuff, and my notes are all right this time. My last live, I don't know what I did. Because I write things with ChatGPT sometimes. I put in all the stuff and then I'll say, well, make this make sense, because I just go blah, 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 and it just repeated everything last time over and over. And I was reading it out and I was like, I've just read this. Anyway, so what does it say? Let me see. So the reason it doesn't seem to work, right, is that it fails because there's too many what it seems to be is the system. It's stupid, right? So in what I've read, it's to do with ethics, right? So it's you just, like you say, they come back and they're hard as nails, and it's basically just pushing everyone to sell, to recruit, right? And it's instead of why it fails, too many management layers. Instead of performing work, many roles exist mainly to supervise other staff. You know, it's not, and it's for when he was on the ship in 1970. You know, it was booming back then. There was loads of Scientologists. Happy actually had 200 people going there. You know, it was 200 staff, or there was 200 people in there all the time. It was absolutely booming, you know. So when he's written it for large organizations, and as we can see, we don't have that now, like 25 staff, you know. So the system assumes large organizations with many employees, and when an organization is small, you know, a few people might be expected to fill. They'll have to fill lots of different positions simultaneously, you know. So it's focusing on pressure rather than production. Do you know what I mean? And it's stupid. They just it doesn't make any sense to me. And then what's the put here? The course doesn't just teach management techniques. The thing is, like when you're saying you have to do PR and what was the other things you said? They're not. If he's not
finance.
into psychology, finance and stuff like that, well, it'll be it's stats, isn't it? It's stats. they're not going to look into people's
being theory.
Yeah, do you know what I mean? Being theory, yeah. The psychology of people, and actually
Mr. Bean's theory.
Because they're quite confronting, you know, when you have a Scientologist come up to you, like they're doing that hard sell, and it's like it's quite
Tier
like
zero.
it's like intimidating, and instead of rather like being like actually friendly, and I don't know, it's just like it's kind of scary. So I can't see, I don't know, I just don't. But then like if you look at it, right, if it was a successful system, this management system, then you would have all these big companies, wouldn't you? Like Apple and Amazon and stuff like that would be using it, but clearly they're not, because it's shite. So let's see. Do you let me see, what is it? It's but two new names to Central Files. Upstart birthday. Oh yeah. So today is, not that he deserves a mention, is actually LRH's birthday. God knows how old he is now. He died. Oh my God, how long ago did he die now? It was 19.
He died in 80. So he passed away in 86. No, he passed away, January 86.
86. So he's been dead 40 years.
Yeah.
Right. And he still has his birthday celebrated every bloody year. And how old was he when he died? So he's over 100.
70s.
Yeah, so he's over 100. And Scientologists believe that you're eternal, and when you die, you just drop your body, and then you come back in another body. And I think you've got up like to 21 years or something that you can come back or whatever. But it's been more than 21 years, obviously, and he's still not back. But apparently he's on target 2, which no one's quite sure where target 2 is. Some people say it's the other side of the moon. Some people say it's on Mars. Some people say Venus. I don't know. So he's fannying about on Venus or whatever. But today is his birthday. And so usually there's a big celebration for his birthday, and they have a thing called the birthday game, where whoever's got the most stats or whatever, you know, because his one birthday wish was for expansion, right? I think
there's a whole policy on it.
Yeah. So sorry, I just think it's so ridiculous. So but on a serious note, today 2 people actually, you know, 2 that we know of have died due to Scientology doctrine. One person is Philip Gale, which is Liz Gale's brother. He was 19 years old, and he jumped off a building, you know, and he purposely did it on Hubbard's birthday to make a statement, you know, and this was due to lack of support. I think he was possibly neurodiverse, you know, and his whole family had been programmed by this doctrine. And it really infuriates me that they're all having fucking cake and stuff like that when people have lost their lives due to it. The second person that I know of is Ellie Perkins. Again, like, it was lack of psychiatric care. Her son was schizophrenic, and she was treating him with vitamins. That's what they do, you know, niacin, all the vitamins and stuff. And he went troppo and stabbed her 77 times and killed his own mother. You know, he needed help. He needed proper help. And that's one of the many dangers of Scientology, in my opinion. So I will be protesting there. I'm not going to say when. Well, no, fuck it. I'm going to go and protest there tomorrow, because one of the reasons I wanted to do this stream is that the Perth staff have returned from their FEBC training. We could call it, what can we call it instead of the field? What was it? The flag executive briefing course. We could call it the feared executioner bully course, maybe. Because they come back like bullies by the sound of it. Just bullying everyone. Yeah. We can call it that.
Sure.
And they're all excited, and you know, they've come back. And the other thing that they're told is that it's gonna make you the org boom, right? Did you ever hear that expression? So I put it on the thumbnail. Is it gonna go boom, or is it gonna be doom? We'll see. But yeah, I've never heard of any org that has improved after doing these courses. And the guys in Perth have actually been away for 4 years. 4 years they were out there. So it's absolutely insane.
Do you
Yeah.
know? Just one more thing, by the way.
Yeah.
Another thing. Obviously you have to do the FEBC 3 times, and it's done at flag. And just so you know, you
Yeah.
cannot like if you got flag and do the FEBC and you get sent with 5 people. You have to wait until the very last guy finishes for you all to
Oh
fire back
no.
home at the same time. That's another thing that can make it go 4 years. That's almost half a decade, by the way, doing this training at
Jesus
flag.
Christ, that's
But
terrible.
it's not like you can finish the FEBC and then come back home or fire back home. No, you have to help your team get through it. So if someone's last and he's going through it slow, you got you better bloody help him through it, otherwise you're not getting home for another year or two, So that's another thing that slows the entire thing down.
It's just ridiculous. And, I think so. I wanted to kind of talk about a lot of what Hubbard does kind of psychologically in all of these courses really is a lot of power of suggestion. There's neuro-linguistic programming, there's light hypnosis, there's all these kind of like command words that are implanted and stuff, and it's just the way that like everything is written. He says it as it's what he's saying is an absolute discovery rather than a theory, and just even like it's stuff that you wouldn't even notice, just phrasing it like this is the exact technology. This is how organizations actually work. This is the correct solution. His statements are delivered with like strong, very strong certainty, and so I guess when people are listening to that, he's very confident in the way he's speaking. I've watched a lot of his lectures, and he's got that kind of booming voice, and he's very charismatic, and he like gives off this massive confidence and everything. And so people assume that, oh, well, he must have come to this conclusion with loads of strong evidence, and so by doing that, he's increasing perceived like authority and credibility, even when these ideas haven't been tested or anything, So I guess, and as well, so it's like that kind of blind belief, but it's, I guess, the way he presents it. Like not everyone can do that, and I'm sure he's well aware. He's aware he's doing it. Can you imagine doing that and then like everyone believes it? You'd be like, okay, like you'd feel, I don't know. It just grosses me out.
He does it all the time.
But then he'll create problems.
Yeah.
Or like there's so much propaganda and conspiracy theories, and he'll again just framing it like that, and then just people blindly believing, and he'll say that traditional management is portrayed as, he'll portray that as ineffective, and I've got, I'm the hero and I've got this idea and it's going to fix the problem and everything, and it's just like just implanting it over and over again, this certainty that this is going to work, and then he puts in like the specialized language, so all the internal terminology, the acronyms like stats and ethics and tech and the org board and hatting and things like that, and it's I guess it makes you feel part of this kind of like special society, I don't know, like a specialized vocabulary, which is going to like, is that strengthens your feeling of being in a group and being supported and being special. And it's something you wouldn't even think of, but when you look at it from an outsider's point of view and you break it down like that, because people say, well, how can they believe in all of this stuff? How do people get sucked in?
Yeah.
And I don't know if it is because I've been researching cults and con artists and stuff. And my stepdad was actually a real good con man, and he had the gift of the gab, and he could convince anyone of anything. He would like write letters to the council and get let off from fines. And I used to kind of think, how the bloody hell does he do that? And so I think that's where a lot of my curiosities come from. And it's such simple things like, this is really embarrassing, but me and his daughter, so my stepsister, we must have been about 13 or something. And this is ridiculous, he actually convinced me and his daughter that he was 134 years old. I don't know how, to this day, and I know it's funny, right? But He convinced us. He convinced us of that. It can be done.
I mean, that's very impressive. Yeah.
I mean, yeah. I mean, we were young, but
yeah,
you know, and we didn't. And the thing is, we didn't even question it because it was the way he did it, the build up, like the detail. Like, I don't even know. I don't remember exactly what he said now, but I will never forget that he fucking did that to us. So I could see him running a cult, you know. I mean, thank God he's bloody dead now, but he used to read all the Aleister Crowley sex magic stuff and that, you know. He was the right dodgy bugger, he was. Definitely. Wow. So yeah, it's that. I mean, that's even just the start of it. Just the way you're talking, the tone of the voice, and then you put the politics into it, and it's I don't know. But there's a lot more to it as well. There is a lot more to it. I've got a whole breakdown of it, but I don't know if I can be bothered to go into all that. But I mean, I can send it to you if you want. But
yeah, go for it.
There's a lot to it. But yeah, I really want to get out there. I'm trying to think of something I can put if I'm protesting there that will plant a seed. But I think they're going to still be on a high, from coming back. Hang on a minute. Yeah, I've got a UK accent. Oh, am I freezing? I've got a UK accent and I'm not down. I live down under. And I've been living down under for 15 years, but I'm originally from the UK. I've got an English accent, but I'm actually Scottish. So get your, work that one out. I'm a mongrel. But yeah, you can put down under in your name if you're living down under. Just so you know. Oh, hey, Rika, how you going? Nice to see you. I'll just go through the comments here, mate.
Love it.
Yeah. If anyone's got any questions for Amir as well, like feel free to ask questions or whatever. One acronym stimulates all the other acronyms. It's hypnosis with hidden commands. Absolutely.
Yeah, totally.
Definitely. Yeah. Oh, we got Efila in here. Efila. I can't see you. You must be. Oh, there we are. What's that? Flag executive booty calls. I don't think there'd be any booty going on there, mate.
You did that with Gunner's video, I remember, right? You oh my god, it was so hilarious.
I would have made him when he was farting when he walked away. I wish I was better at AI because I'd love to go through all of them and just do that, just to make light of it, without, I wouldn't do anything really horrible. I just thought it was funny just to do that. Because again, I'm going to say it, to me, because I haven't been swept up in it all, they're just a bunch of pricks in suits. That's what I see. None of this means anything in the real world. It's not effective.
Ignorant.
It's
ignorant, very ignorant.
It's just an ego boosting load of BS. And I thought they were paying for it. So I was surprised to hear that they're not paying for it because I thought, it's a moneymaker,
The FAB, no, if you're a public and you want to do the management series and you want to do the data series and you want to do superpower and you want to become an auditor and,
then you
pay for it. But staff in Sea Org don't. No. It's part of their program because when you join, you get a piece of paper, you get your post, you get your office, and there's a whole routing form of what needs to happen, and you get a tip, right? You get a program of services you need to do to be fully trained or fully hatted for your job, and that includes on your tip if you're an executive, the FEBC, so you don't have to pay for it at all.
Because I thought, all these bloody people that they've done it in San Diego, they've done it in I think Milan, they've done. No, San Francisco, sorry. Milan, Minnesota, Scotland, Perth have just come back. So many of the orgs
London.
Are doing this. Yeah, these ideal orgs are doing all this training. I thought it was like a freaking
Puerto Rico
scam
just
for
came
money,
back.
Yeah,
I'll tell you something that's interesting though. They still make the money because I know when Malcolm finished the FEBC, immediately while he's waiting for the other guys to finish, because again, you have to wait. So if your teammates or if your other staff members aren't done, you have to stick around flag. So some people do courses, some people help them get through it. You know, whatever.
Yeah.
I know people that did the word clearers course just while they're waiting, or they did another course while they were waiting. And Malcolm went right into the IES office and started fundraising hundreds of thousands for the IES. And when you fundraise, the org gets a 10% commission. So
Mm.
when Malcolm goes to the IES office, picks up the phone and rate and you know, regs, and you've got Flag, right? You've got Grant, you've got all these massive donors, you've got all these
Yeah,
guys you're
yeah.
meeting. Tom Cruise is coming out the examiner's office. You've got all, because it's everyone's at Flag. Flag nicks from everyone. That's why they've got the highest population.
Mm.
Um, but the org gets 10 grand, because you know, so Malcolm is making tens of thousands for the
Yeah. Oh
organization and
no,
making hundreds of
towards the
thousands.
renovations. No.
Right, so in a way they do make money. Yeah, when they're finished and they go and reg
Yeah.
for the IES and stuff. Yeah.
Everything, it just goes round and round and goes back to the bloody, goes back to the
Money, money,
the
money.
mothership, you know. It's shocking. It is shocking. Here we go. Question: Are the FBO and Flag Rep in Edinburgh actual Sea Org members?
Yeah, they have to be. They have to, the flag representative and the flag banking officer, the FBO and the FR, have to be Sea Org.
Okay.
If they are not Sea Org members, then it's heavily off policy. But yeah, they basically, Scotland sent the smallest group for the FEBC training. Apparently it's because COB, David Miscavige, loves Scotland, and he's been to Scotland with apparently his wife, from what he was telling everyone. And obviously letters that he sent to Scotland and stuff like that. I have a personal letter from David Miscavige, apparently, where he expresses his love in Scotland and stuff. But Scotland sent 3 people. No one else sent 3 people for the FEBC training. Scotland is not ideal as well. Most of the guys that went already were ideal or were going ideal. But yeah, we sent 3 people, and then they came back with 4 Sea Org members. Who are all Sea Org.
I froze at one point, and there's all these comments saying you're frozen, we're under a spell. He's staring at me. What the fuck? When was that? How long was I frozen for? Oh no. Do you reckon? Oh yeah, I'll have to go and check, won't I? So when last time I went to Perth Org, half the letters weren't lighting up, so it said.
Oh, I seen that. There was no Y or something.
No, I don't know, but the first, the time before that, there was 2 letters that weren't working, and then there was 4 letters. So yeah, we're gonna have to bloody. Oh, we got another question here for you, Amir. Do you still have contacts inside Scientology who's giving you current information? Well, we can't say that, can we? Get in trouble.
I'll say it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Oh no, they'll all be pulled into for freaking
impossible.
What do you call it? Sec checks now.
Impossible. I didn't say which organization.
Oh, but it could be any org. Yeah. Okay.
Check all 3,000.
Yeah. Yeah. All the orgs in the UK or whatever are all got to be sec checked now. Oh my god, can you imagine? Far out. You didn't get sec checked when you were did they put you in lower conditions, or they just put you? They didn't put you in lower conditions. They just did like an interrogation.
When I spoke to Alex.
Yeah. Oh, what exactly happened? Because we never went through that. I was all like excited. I was just excited to talk to you. I was just like,
no, me too. Yeah, for sure. No, I didn't do lower conditions. I went through. Okay, it's a lot of people will tell you physical abuse they went through in Scientology of this guy punched me, this guy beat me, this guy strangled me, this guy. I didn't go through that, but I went through verbal and mental abuse.
Psychological, yeah.
So, right, exactly. Psychological abuse, right? That basically went on for 2 weeks. And what happened was I had several interrogations where it's, oh God, right. You've got Malcolm sitting with you in a very small ethics room. Even though I never got sent to ethics, that was the room he chose to sit down with me. But we sat down, and he's got like policies that go 6 feet high. You know, OEC Volume 7, the PR series, don't forward enemy lines. disconnection, PTSdness, potential trouble source, SPs, high crimes, suppressive acts, roller coastering, symptoms, what is that's the ethics book right there, right?
Yeah, so this is the ethics book. Yeah, so this is terrible, and I think this is one of the things that a big red flag for you, wasn't it? You said when you read the ethics thing is reporting or threatening to report Scientology, Scientology or Scientologists to civil authorities in an effort to suppress Scientology or Scientologists from practicing or receiving standard Scientology. Is that seen as a high crime?
It's like you'll get a COMEV, a committee of evidence, or you'll get booted off staff if you report them to law enforcement.
And there you go for another one down the bottom here. Failure to handle or disavow and disconnect from a person demonstrably guilty of subversive acts. And they say they don't disconnect.
No. Oh, that's bollocks. That's bollocks. They don't disconnect. Oh my God.
I know, and I said to Malcolm on the door, I said, "Well, what? So no disconnections in families or anything? You haven't disconnected anyone?" And he went, "No." I was like, "Fuck off."
Malcolm dealt with that, and I know he was getting instructions from Ulsa and stuff, right? Because I read everything, but he dealt with that situation so poorly, and he briefed me when he showed me the disconnection policy. Because I've done my basic books, not all of them, but I've studied several basic books. I haven't done the ethics book though. The ethics book is one of the bigger basic books that L. Ron Hubbard has written. But when I'm being briefed and shown the policy on disconnection and on suppressive people and on high crimes and people that are guilty of high crimes, because Alex is not a declared suppressive person on paper, and per policy, if it's not, it's not true.
Calling up. He called up a few times to try and confirm whether he's been declared as a suppressive person or not.
I mean, he is. It's not per policy, because per policy it would need to be in golden rod paper, here.
Or at least written down. If it's not written, it's not true.
If it's not written, it's not true. So, I said he's not an SP, but then Malcolm was like, well, listen, here's a list of high crimes. He's guilty of all of these high crimes. So anyway, Malcolm
but it's still not written down though.
Still,
you need to see. Well, do you know what? I'm so proud of you, and I think it's awesome that you stuck up for yourself in so many things that you've said. Well, actually, no, that's not my. I've got the what's it called, free speech or whatever. You're taking that away from me. So good on you for being like. A lot of people wouldn't be brave enough to stick up for themselves like that, so I really appreciate that about you. That's awesome.
Listen, if I tell you I didn't shit myself on many occasions, I'd be lying to you. That was very, very. Listen, those 2 weeks were very nerve-wracking, and I was in contact with him every single day because I'm being investigated and I'm being interrogated, and then eventually it's like, we're taking your public lines. You were taking you off their job.
So how did it actually start though? So obviously he goes like, you went in and you did your normal day, and then at the end of the day he says, right, come, I need to have a word with you or whatever. And then he said, you went on the thing with Alex and then had this discussion, and then and how long did that conversation last? And then what did he say you had to do, kind of thing, like next? Did he say, well, you're going to have to come in for this tomorrow, or like what? How did it?
That kicked it off. So the interview with Alex, I think I'm the only staff member, the only executive staff member to come out and talk to a declared suppressive person on YouTube. I don't think that's ever been done before without also approval. You just go, sure, I'll speak to this SP on YouTube, sure thing. So that happened on Sunday. Malcolm pulls me in 5 minutes before I leave on Monday the next day, and he acts like everything's fine. And he says, you're an internet celebrity now. And he says, how did that come to be? How the hell did... He's like... shocked, like, how did you even talk to Alex? I said, well, I saw him at the IAS event, and then I asked about him. I did my research, and I wanted to speak to him. I thought it'd be
saw him at the IAS event. Thought, he looks like a nice chap.
It just comes down to me. I love talking.
You're an inquisitive soul,
right? Totally. I love talking to. Honestly, I love talking to people, and I love meeting people. So that comes down to my curiosity and my interests. And I was like, I'd love to, like, why would I not speak to him, right? So I did. I reached out to him, I emailed him, we stayed in touch, and then we set up an interview, and it was actually his idea. And then I was like, a wee bit kind of shit myself, but then I was like, all right, bet, let's do it. But anyway, Malcolm seen me on Monday, and then that kicked it off for 2 weeks, and he was pulling me out of the course room, and then I got seen by Ulsa. In fact, Bill's nephew, Scott, who's the director of special affairs in Dublin, Ireland, but because our director of special affairs, Martin, has been at St. Hill missing for months, doing Lord knows what. I think cramming or something, I don't know. But anyway, Scott flies over and he sees me and he's collecting
and
data.
He was brought over on like false pretenses, I believe, wasn't he? He was told that he was coming to deal with something with his brother, with his uncle,
with his dad, Brian.
His dad. Sorry, and then just sort of put into this thing with you. I don't know why they don't. What? Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, well, that's what Malcolm said. Malcolm took me out of the course room and he says, very seriously, with his eyes like kind of like this, he was like, Scott's here. He's here and I want you to speak to him. And I want, because he's like, whenever I worked on the social media and I worked eventually in PR with public and stuff, right? So I'm obviously having to hear a lot of stuff and deal with a lot of people. But whenever it was like a protest or badge or whatever, they would come up to me and they would be like, what have you heard? Who have you heard it from? Okay, let's clear this up. Let's clear up Shelley Miscavige. Here's this website, Stand League. Did you know this about this person? Did you know that this person got kicked off staff for being inappropriate with women? Did you know that Aaron Smith Levin did this? Did you know that Alex did this? Did you know that this person did this? Did you know that when T comes to protest and she has this massive list, I know this person, this person, this person, and it's a load of bollocks. They'll just explain the whole thing and discredit everyone completely until you're like, all right, okay, well, I don't want to talk to that person anymore. But it's pure indoctrination for 2 weeks. And then I still went along with it.
You break you down over and over and over and just implant this new stuff. And I'm still trying to get onto Stand League. So, I'll get there one day.
You're on the radar. As soon as you protested, Malcolm knew who you were. People started asking about you. As soon as you did that first protest, and as soon as you started showing up on the TikTok and commenting on TikTok pages, Malcolm, I didn't block you. Malcolm blocked you because Malcolm also runs the TikTok for Scotland. He also has access to that account. But what broke me was the heavy manual labor. After 1 day of carrying weights up and down the stairs, I was dead. Like my spaghetti arms.
I'm sorry, but just talk me through that, where you go, so you just rock up in the morning or whatever, and he goes, right, you've got to carry these weights up and down the stairs. Like, how the fuck?
Yeah, I went, basically.
You'd be like, what?
I'm like jerking my arms in so many motions. It's like I'm gonna knock off my headphones or something. No, but basically what happened was I went on study on, I think on a Wednesday or no, Monday. I went on study on a Monday because I remember who was in that day, who wasn't. And then it was lunchtime, and then there's a muster because you have 6 meetings a day, right? So there's a muster, there's a meeting at 1 o'clock to make sure all the staff who are supposed to be coming in at that time. I showed up and then Malcolm said, Amir, can I talk to you for a minute? Well, like assembly in school, when you've got everyone in the hall, here, and then when the kids start leaving, and then it's like, can you stay behind for a second? Like one of those things, right?
That feeling in your tummy when he said that, like, oh no.
A wee bit. A
little bit, yeah.
Yeah. Like it's not going to be a nice chat with Malcolm if he says that. So, Amir, wait behind class for a second. And he basically waits for everyone to leave. And Malcolm really psychologically fucks with you. And I've seen him do it to so many women and so many people. But he's like on his phone for 20 minutes. He's just like this, right? And then he just kind of ignores you're even there. Eventually, he puts down his phone.
He's doing that on purpose so that you have this feeling of dread building up in you. Like the whole thing.
He just neglects you.
Where he's let you have your whole day, and then 5 minutes before you leave, he's doing that because he knows you've been on this channel. He knows that it's. Do you know what I mean? Like
he does it all the time.
That's
a Malcolm thing.
Isn't it?
If you've been in a relationship where you have a brother or you have a boyfriend or you have whatever, and you're in the living room and you're talking to him and he just kind of sits on his phone for 20 minutes and doesn't even notice you're there. That's what he does. So anyway, he sits down and he breaks the news, and he says, "Listen, Amir, I'm going to have to take you off your post. I'm going to have to take you off your job." And I knew this was coming because I read all the telexes. I was just waiting for it to happen. He waited to tell me it and brief me on it after they just had a Dianetics event in Glasgow, in the Glasgow training rooms. You'll find their events on Eventbrite and stuff. But he said, he puts me on an ethics program, and I was like, oh, I don't want to do this, but okay, if I have to. But basically, he said, I want you to do MEST work, okay? Matter, energy, space, and time is what MEST stands for. I want you to do heavy manual labor. So I got sent into the Life Improvement Center. And I basically, when you have the bookathon and you have these tents, which they take to, the city centre or whatever, right?
Yeah.
In Edinburgh's case, it would be Princes Street, because that's where they go book selling. In different cities, it would just, I'm sure London, they go book selling on Tottenham Court Road, they go book selling on different places. But the weights that you would use to plant the legs to stop the tent from
right. Oh my God,
basically, that was all in the shop, and the shop was loaded with stuff. And I was also told I have to help Brian, who's Bill's brother, and I have to help Mark, and I have to help painting and working with very dangerous equipment and helping there, because I can't be on public clients. I can't do my job. I can't work with my staff. I can't speak to anyone. I just have to shut my gob, go through a massive ethics program, put everything into clay, and do heavy manual labor. But carrying weights like this up and down, because Happy's an old building, man. I mean, it's been there since '68. The stairs are spiral. The stairs are actually very dangerous. There he is.
There's an old picture of that. Doesn't he look young there? He hasn't got all that hair now.
Wow. Clean shaven.
There you go. Now this is not me doxing. This is publicly available information on the Wayback Machine. So
by the way, see in that picture, see that kilt? That kilt is a L. Ron Hubbard tartan.
I saw that. I was reading. I've got all these it comes up in tiny little files. I don't know where I have to zoom into it. I was going to actually try and put them up, of all these old newsletters from the, what's it called, the Fearless Leader or whatever. What's his name?
Yes, John.
Something beginning with G.
John G. John Gurley.
Yeah, John G. Yeah. He used to do this newsletter. I don't know if he still does it, but there was
does it.
He still does it. Oh my God, the stuff, and they were standing on the rocks with a sword and all of this stuff, like proper. And it says Hubbard tartan.
So the Hubbard tartan has got a whole story behind it. The Hubbard tartan, first of all, you're either going to have to pay $4,000, or you have to bleed for Happy, or you have to be if you want to wear the Hubbard scarf, you have to complete staff status 2 and be a permanent staff member, or bleed for Happy. Or Malcolm is wearing the kilt, right? The Hubbard tartan kilt. If you want to get that, I was told you have to be a humanitarian, meaning you have to pay over $50,000 to the IS. So no, if you see
humanitarian,
if you see someone wearing a Hubbard tartan kilt, they've guaranteed paid either $50,000 or $100,000 to the IS. This is a fact.
I'm sorry, but donating $50,000 to the IAS and humanitarian doesn't go together, because this money that goes to the IAS, people, for you Scientologists that are watching, goes towards fair gaming people, and it goes towards Miss Cavage's bloody amazing food and security, and it doesn't go towards humanitarian shit, Where do you see that it goes towards the front groups or their humanitarian groups? It goes towards the volunteer ministers. It goes towards Youth for Human Rights. It goes towards what else is there that's supposed to be drug-free world, which contains inaccurate, outdated information. Which
human rights.
It's and human rights. They made this guy carry weights up and down and fucking. And you were dressed in black as well. Did you have a bloody rag tied around your arm? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
They didn't tie a rag around you. Did they tie a grey rag around your arm?
No, you're just in all black. And obviously, it's inevitably working in under renovations when you're not trained to, you're gonna get full of dust, and inhaling all that stuff.
Yeah, they're across the road, Joe. Don't they do the kilts there? They do the tartan. Isn't the tartan shop across the road?
There is, but I don't think that's where they get it. John has the whole price thing on his computer and where he gets it from, and he's got, how much it is to cut this much cloth and this much length, but it's thousands you need to pay to get that.
Yeah, right. Bloody hell. I can't. I'm going to see if I'll send those things to you anyway if you want to see the newsletters, because they are funny. And I'll get them sized up properly and do a bloody thingamabobby as well, like another video with them on it, because they're so funny. But there's some other people as well from Scotland. I'll try and find, because it's a really old website that I found, and I was wondering if the people are still there, because some of it's quite funny. Bear with me, guys. I've got so many photos. I need to put them into folders.
This is so funny.
It's good, isn't it? Love it. Oh, I'm just gonna.
There's a lot of stuff on their Instagram as well, you'll find.
I went on that and I never saw that advert. I don't know if they've got a different place. So I'll actually, did I put that? Oh, so this is the thing advertising tomorrow at Perth. So we've got the welcome home and flag training executive team briefings are all Perth public. That means public members. But I missed the one. There was one on last Sunday and I didn't know about it until the day after, and it said all welcome. Oh, I could have gone there and been in the photo, look. So that's the photo they have. And then this is the photo. Oh no, I haven't got the other one. Bugger. We'll see what turns up on the IAS or whatever and see if it gets photoshopped. But that looks like, yeah, I don't know. That doesn't even look like the front of the building. Oh, that's the side of it. But those bits on the top, the Dianetics thing and the Scientology sign, yeah, that looks doctored as fuck. I'll do a comparison. I'll do a comparison photo. But what have I got? Let's see. So we've got Malcolm. We've got
Gillian.
Yeah. So this is from a site about greenfields and all sorts of stuff. So a lot of these pictures will be students from Greenfields. So if there's anyone around that grew up in Greenfields, I can't see what that is.
Jojo, she's on staff.
Let me get rid of that QR code. That QR code is actually for my petition to get Kozrecki investigated. So let me just get that out of the way. Did you know anything about Kozrecki?
I know many things about Kozrecki.
We'll have to have a chat about that. Sarah Fraser.
Sarah and Gillian. They're both Malcolm sisters.
Frasers. Are these all his nieces or like?
No, so Jojo isn't, and there's a lot I could say about these guys that I unfortunately can't say at this moment.
Oh my gosh, that's a good picture. Wow, good pictures.
Yeah, Jojo. Yeah.
Look at those pictures.
Oh, that's Rosie. Yeah. So these are different. These are different Frasers now. Right. Gillian and Sarah are Malcolm's sisters. Who Malcolm is desperately needing on staff to go ideal. Right. Oh but Jojo's different. Oh, Peter. Wow. Yeah.
Who was the one that was having a relationship with the underage?
I believe it would be this gentleman.
Was it him?
Well, I mean, Peter's the drummer, so I heard it was the drummer.
So this guy was dating, she was 14, wasn't she? Was she 14 or 15?
This guy went out with a 14-year-old, yeah.
A 14-year-old, and they were, doing the dirty deed, and he was, oh Christ, how old was he? I can't remember. Because children in Scientology are seen as big beings in small bodies.
Yeah, they're immortal spiritual beings.
Yeah, immortal spiritual beings. And it's okay for a 14-year-old to be with someone in his 30s or whatever it was. So, yeah, that's Peter Howell. And he is still in Scientology and he's still in the Jive Aces, I believe.
Do you know what baffles me, right? The Jive Aces are Britain's Got Talent semi-finalists. And these guys are loved by everyone in the Scientology world, and they perform at the patrons ball and at the charity concert, And I, used to geek out on films with them. In fact, I met L. Ron Hubbard's daughter, Diana Hubbard, with the Jive
Yeah.
Aces at the charity concert. I seen David Miscavige at the charity concert with the Jive Aces as well, just because I would be in that area and I would be able to talk with all the singers and performers and whatnot.
Yeah.
And we would totally have a good time. And I thought, okay, fine. And Ian, the singer, is married to an Italian, and I thought, okay, seems normal and whatnot.
So is Lara.
Hi, Lara. But then I came out, and then I actually had the pleasure of meeting Zoe, and Zoe's brilliant. And then
she seems awesome. Yeah.
Zoe is brilliant. She's brilliant, and we had a really, really good time. We went, grabbed some food and stuff, and when she told me that, and then she's obviously come out and done her video with Alex, right? And she's got a hell of a story, but I did not know that about the Jive Aces until I left. And I'm telling you, I know.
Yeah. It was a big shock to hear that.
Oh my God. I mean, those guys they're going on tour right now in the US. I know people that are investigating the Jive Aces now. And when you have that level of pedophilia going on, and those guys, Britain's Got Talent semi-finalists, for fuck's sake, doing that to
they were on Britain's Got Talent.
They're Britain's Got Talent semi-finalists. I think they got the gold. I don't know if
I didn't know that. I think they're shit. I can't listen to them. I was like, it's not my jam,
do you know that David Miscavige made a course for the Jive Aces?
A course?
Yeah. So basically, there's a website, davidmiscavige.org or something, and you see all these guys, Tom Cummings, all these big donors raving about David Miscavige. David Miscavige is amazing. David Miscavige is a true leader. David Miscavige stopped and spoke to me in the lift. But Ian, who's the lead singer for the Jive Aces, right? Yeah, exactly. Ian, who's the lead singer for the Jive Aces. If you go and watch what he says about David Miscavige on davidmiscavige.org, he says David Miscavige loved our music, and so he made a music course for us.
Sorry.
David Miscavige.
I've got all sorts of stuff here that I forgot I
had. David Miscavige. Wow, I've not seen that before.
Yeah. Sorry. Anyway, sorry, I'll keep interrupting you. I'm so sorry.
Okay. No, it's okay.
I get excited. I fucking hate him so much. I just get all like.
No, I love it.
Anyway, sorry.
But
yeah, he's still what a course though. A course.
He made a music course for the Jive Aces.
But what's
I can't remember. It's on. I mean, he only made Ian said in the video that Dave loved the Jives, and he sent Ian a very, very special and expensive ukulele, and he actually made a music course for them to go and study so that they could take their music to a whole nother level. And then they ended up going on Britain's Got Talent, and then they became Britain's Got Talent semi-finalists. So it's a big deal when someone comes out and says, this guy's actually like a pedophile. This guy actually was in a relationship with me and did things with me at 14 years old. Yeah. And the band members approved it, and Saint Hill approved it. Imagine more. Oh my God, dude! Imagine more people come and step up and say, "Well, this guy I was in a relationship with him," and it changes everything. And so, anyway, I know people that are investigating the Jive Aces right now. So and
good.
Yeah, that's all. That's a whole.
I saw something about that. I think that wasn't it in one of the newspapers, wasn't it? I think.
It was in several newspapers.
Yeah. Good.
Yeah.
Good. Sorry. Farquaad. Lord Farquaad. We could go on about David Miscavige all day. And I was watching the Blown to Good video. Sorry. I was watching the Blown to Good's Blown for Good's recent video, and they were talking about David Miscavige.
Mark and Claire.
Yeah. And they were saying about what somebody asked, so what's his day like? And it was like, he goes in the office in the morning and he's got like all of it. His first thing is like this big pile from OSA, all these reports of everything that's been said about him in the media and all of that, and I'm wondering, and that was back then when they were there. And now that you've got the internet and people talking about him and all these streams, I'm wondering if they have to report on all these streams.
Oh, they will do. They'll have a whole department for it. Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, Paul, how you going? Hello, Donna. Thank you for being here, guys. You're awesome. Oh, look, I'm sorry about this 2-stream thing. I need to sort it out. Next time I will not put it on the double. I don't know why it's doing it, and I'm really sorry. And I think I saw Antics somewhere as well. So hello, Antics. And apparently Leanie's off in the vertical by herself, and I just that's a fucking mess. Leanie, thanks if you're out there by yourself, darling. Oh yeah. Oh, the cos, right. So Mad keeps nagging me about this Cosrecki stuff. Oh no, that's not Mad. Where's Mad gone? Oh, hang on a minute. Here we go. Lara's got a question. Did Amir know anything about the cadet orgs, specifically the Int Ranch cadet org?
Good question. I only knew it based on, well, I didn't know much, and I didn't know much until, you know, kind of January time, when I was doing kind of going deeper down the rabbit hole, and I was speaking to people under the radar, and I was reaching out to people, and then I was kind of watching all these videos and stuff like that. I mean, I was doing it prior, but January I really went in.
I think I put you in touch with someone that was in the cadet org from Scotland
really?
as well. I think, yeah.
Wow. Yeah. See, I didn't know much about it until I started speaking to people, and Claire's spoken a lot about it, because she was obviously involved in it at St. Hill, right? But
yeah,
I didn't know anything about it at all until I started speaking to people.
Yeah. I don't think it's around anymore. They don't have the cadet. I mean, the cadet org was abolished, but I mean, I found evidence of it in I think the early 90s, but it's supposed to have been abolished. But there's still kids, you know,
there's still minors on the
there's still underage kids working. I mean, they had a 9-year-old as the IC at the purification, the Purif at the Perth org, a 9-year-old IC. And IC means in charge. So, and they go out with their drug-free world. And I actually did some, so they were at a market. I've got a video about it. They were at a market with their drug-free world tent, and we're asking all these questions and going, oh, okay, so do you do drug, you help with drug rehabilitation and all of that? And they went, oh yeah, well we do. We have a Narcanon. And I was like, I know I didn't say this, but there's no Narcanons in Australia. They've all been shut down. The last one was in Melbourne in 2017, I believe. Anyway, so they're being told that there are Narcanons in Australia, and they just believe it, and and they're going, oh yeah, I think there's one in Brisbane and there's one in Sydney, and I'm thinking, no, there isn't, But then somebody told me that they have individual agents that work for Narcanon, and so they get people in like that. What they're actually doing is they're getting people into the Purifs, right? In Perth org. So they're going to bring a drug addict into the purification rundown in Perth org, and a 9-year-old's in charge? Are you fucking kidding me? A 9-year-old dealing with a drug addict? And I've got it all on camera, them saying it.
Yeah.
It
says a lot about those guys.
Well, they didn't say it was a 9-year-old, but I found that out from another source. A couple of sources have told me that. It's just...
It's just a fact. It's a fact. It's the unbelievable amount of stuff that I have, especially now that people are speaking to me and I'm speaking to them. The amount of stuff that I have on current minors on stuff. I mean, Happy, right? Just advertised on Instagram.
Oh, they're joining it younger than that.
Facebook.
Yeah. Sorry, Laura. They're joining. I mean, Alex put up a picture the other day, and the boy looked very young. He looked 16. I've seen younger. I mean, apparently, I think they take them on from the age of 14, but I reckon there's still 12.
Less than that. Yeah. There's recruitment of 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a button for them. They don't like it. I mean,
because they know it's wrong deep down.
Exactly.
I don't know. I mean, they don't think it's wrong themselves, but they know that the law.
They don't think it's wrong at all. They're just scared of, well, Malcolm would tell me, it's just a PR thing. They don't think it's wrong at all. It's just they're worried about what other people might say. But they're fine with it. If they need 100 staff, then they'll be, more than happy to go and take kids from St. Hill and go and take kids from they'll send, like at St. Hill, they'll send Sea Org recruiters on a bus to parents' houses and sit down with them and try and convince the parents to agree to let the kids join, the Sea Org. It's like,
it's fucking shocking. What's the? Oh, it's Tony in the other chat. I don't know what's going on. There's people stuck in the other chat. Oh dear. Yeah, there's two. Sorry, everyone. There are two lives going at the same time, and there's some people. You know, that's why I'm putting the comments up on the stream. But there's. I think the I don't know how many is in each chat and what to do. You know.
Where are you live?
Yeah, that's right. That's right, Angela. There's a 14-year-old MLO, which is a medical liaison officer. So this person, this 14-year-old child, is responsible for giving people medical attention or assessments, I'm assuming, you know, when they've got zero qualifications. So, you know.
Routine forms.
Oh, you're on vertical. Yeah, I can see because there's a little symbol next to your name. You're on vertical, Billy. But you're keeping Leany company in there, apparently. I don't know what's going on. It's all right. I can see comments from both streams, so it's all good. You're just not hanging out with each other. Oh, yeah, sorry. So this one's been asked a couple of times. Do they still use the infamous orientation film?
Orientation.
Have you seen that film, the old one?
A billion times.
Was it jump off a cliff or something at the end? So they still use it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It takes place
I think they banned it because the guy that was doing it, that was talking on it, was declared. So they got rid of it. But there's an old one, and it says at the end. Shall I try and find it quickly because it's quite funny?
Yeah, please do. I mean, orientation.
While I'm trying to find it, I'm going to play you this thing that Anonymous made a long time ago about the FEBC, and it's actually got two executives in it who have been missing from Gold Base for a very long time. So hang on a minute. It's supposed to be a parody, but it's a bit shit. But you know, I'll just put it on while I'm looking for the other one. Can you see it? Has it come up? No. Oh yeah, it has. Okay. All right, hang on.
I love reaction videos, so this is fun.
Oh shit! Hang on a minute. Oh, there it is. Right. They're silly. There's only sound. Right, there we go. Right, I'll try and find the other one.
Mark.
Yeah, you know him.
Hello. My name is Mark Yeager, and I'm the commanding officer of the Commodore's Messenger Org International. My job is to see that on-source management orgs exist that provide orgs with management that helps to expand them. I'm here with the ED International, Guillaume Lasserre, to talk to you today about the current international production strategy.
Let's say we have an army, and this army is engaged in fighting a war. The soldiers in this army know more or less that their purpose is to win this war. However, none of them actually know what is the overall planning, what is the overall strategy.
Before we get into the strategy, let me take a moment to define what strategy means. In HCO Policy Letter of 5 January 1983, which is in Management Series Volume 2, titled Strategic Planning, it states, the term strategy is derived from the Greek words strategos, which means general, stratos, which means army, aegeon, meaning to lead. Strategy, therefore, by dictionary definition, refers to a plan for the overall conduct of a war or sector of it.
We do have a purpose, and we do have a strategy currently.
The strategic planning, the planning, is servicing the existing field for all it's worth while building up the organization and routes for new public in. That's the plan.
Well, I've got here some charts. I'm going to show you to demonstrate this.
LRH states,
make money, make more money. Money. Make money, make more money. Money. Make money, make more money. Money. Make money, make more money. Money.
Now, this is why our strategy, this is why it is absolutely vital that these people, your existing field, be actively contacted, called in, and serviced right now. This is where your affluence is. This is where your immediate boom is. Now, if you do this, your statistics will show it. However, what would happen if you continuously deliver very actively to your existing field? Well, you probably won't have much of a field left, or your public will move on up to higher orgs for higher levels. Therefore, at the same time, while you do that, you must also get in new public in, getting a new field, get a new field made to add to the existing one, and get these people on up the bridge. And your org will become as big as Old St. Hill. And that is the current international production strategy.
It's not that simple, Guillaume.
by eating in
Not that simple.
to achieve 5.4x as laid out in LRGD 339R, the birthday game.
Now, why do we have this specific strategy?
LRH states,
Make money, make more money. Make money, make more money. Make money, make more money. Make money, make more money.
Why is it absolutely vital that at this point in time,
Oh
every
my
single organization
God.
in the world services the existing field for all it is worth while they build up the organization and routes for new public in?
Make money, make more money.
Oh my God.
Make money, make more money. Make money, make more money. Make money, make more money.
Why
Oh,
this strategy and no others? Now, there is something that every staff member must know, something that every organization must actively do at all times.
LRH states,
Make money, make more money. Make money, make more money. Make money, make more money. Make money, make more money.
Books and cassettes, marketing, an active field, an influx of public, gross income.
Make money, make more money. Make money, make more money. Make money, make more money. Make money, make more money.
the orders
my
exist,
God.
the statistics, if you do the above, will go up.
Gross income, services, quality, coding, films, and coordination.
I want to summarize now the actions that we've covered in this video.
Make money, make more money. Make money, make more money. Make money, make more money. Make money, make more money.
The policy is covered in the OEC volumes. It's covered in your hat pack. It's covered in the packs recently sent to you from international management. All of those things together add up to the ideal scene. And if you do that, then you'll 5.4x. Thank you.
5.4x my ass! By the way, they make 400 calls a week. Not one person comes in from calling. So, Guillaume, what you doing, bro?
Did you like that?
I've never seen that before. Oh my God.
I hadn't seen it too earlier. I found it earlier and I was just like, oh my God, I got to play this.
Whoever made that is a legend. Oh,
it was
my
anonymous. Somebody in Anonymous. The anonymous movement was phenomenal. There was people all around the world. There was protests with over 100 people outside the orgs, all around the world simultaneously. It seemed to be an amazing movement, and I wish we could get it like that again. Oh gosh. Miscavige made me M9 word clear him backstage at the Ruth Eckerd Hall in Clearwater when I was 15 years old, in the backstage right before he went on stage to do his speech. Wow, okay.
Wow.
Far out. What was that like? Fuck.
Wow, Lara, wow.
Leanie,
That's
have you been
experience.
Leanie, have you been in the vertical by yourself, mate? And I don't even know. There's two streams going on. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, that's crazy, Lara. Oh my God. I can't even imagine what that would be like. Like,
Oof.
I
wouldn't dare.
I didn't think he would allow anyone to word clear him, you know?
I know,
Like,
it's quite surprising, actually.
yeah. But yeah, no, that was funny seeing you laugh so much. I don't think there's so many. I think this clip has only got the last bit of the orientation. Let me just see. Can you see that? Is that up? Oh no.
No, not yet.
And lovely to see you, Bianca. Hang on a minute. Let me see what's going on here. Sorry, we've been on quite a while, haven't we? All right. I don't know what this is, so I'll just play it.
If you leave this school after seeing this film and walk out and never mention Scientology again, you are perfectly free to do so. It would be stupid, but you can do it. You can also dive off a bridge or blow your brains out.
Did you hear that? It's such terrible.
Oh my God.
You can also blow your brains out. So yeah,
That's not in orientation anymore.
No. That's why I was like, you've seen it? They played it all the time? I don't think so. Yeah, that's just the end. That's the end line, the most famous line, because it's just they used to play this to people. They used to play this to public, you know.
Orientation gets shown to every single person that joins staff has to watch orientation. It's one of the first things on the routing form. It gets very rarely shown to public that just walk in. But if you walk in, you buy 5 hours of Dianetics and before you go in session. Usually you would watch Orientation. It's about 20 minutes now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Miscavige was embarrassing him, so he made a 15-year-old girl word clearing him on backstage on his speech transcript just to make him feel like crap because DM hated his accent. What? So you were?
Wow.
Oh, were you word clearing Miscavige, or were you word clearing another guy? Or am I getting confused because I'm starting to get tired now? Oh, fucking hell. Okay. Mad. Bloody Kozrecki, right. I mean, what do you know about Kozrecki? I think... is there any juicy stuff? Because I'm trying to get it investigated. We've got... Obviously, so for people who don't know, Kozrecki is the Church of Scientology Religious Education College Incorporated, and it's actually run out of Adelaide here in Australia. So this means that all the UK operations, and I believe possibly Europe as well, correct me if I'm wrong, are run out of Australia because the UK doesn't have charitable status. So it's a tax loophole that they are exploiting. So many people have tried to get it investigated over the years. I think Nick Xenophon actually successfully got it investigated in 2010 because they weren't reporting, you know. So they had to do a whole backlog of 10 years of reporting. That's all they had to do was provide 10 years, or it might have been 30 years actually, because they've been going quite a while. I think possibly since the 70s they've been going. That's how long they've been getting away with this. So they just had to do a backlog of reporting. Well, in my eyes, that's not good enough. I'm sorry, but you should be penalised. You should be deregistered. Like it's absolute bullshit. So the last piece of action was taken in 2019. Oh no, I think he tried to do it again. He said it wasn't good enough. He tried to get it investigated again by the ACNC, which is the charity like commissions, you know, oversees the charities. Their reply to him was, we can't tell you if we've investigated them or not, and we can't tell you the outcome. And so he's like, what? Anyway, then he got a brain tumor and he stepped down from Parliament. So then the last piece of action was in 2019. There was a couple of politicians who, again, asked for it to be investigated. I think the same thing happened again. I can't find any information on what happened. But lately, if you see my post from, I think, a week ago or something, they've changed their operations and they have to be more transparent. So this is great. I wrote to the MPs and I've, asked them, can you please get this investigated? Because they've actually got, the Korean cult, I can't pronounce it, Shincheonju or something. It's quite a big cult from Korea, and they're quite prevalent in Australia, actually, in Perth and Sydney and Melbourne. It's massive. And they are currently under investigation because of this change in legislation within the ACNC. So I've got a petition going. So I'll just plug my petition. We've got over 1,000 signatures so far. So you can scan this QR code, or I don't know if Jojo or another mod can get the link and put it in the chat for me. That would be amazing. One was a green. Can't remember his name. One was a green and one was a Labour. Yes, I've written to both of them. I wrote loads of bloody emails. But yeah, please do. You can sign in any country. It doesn't matter whether you're in Australia or not. Please get on there and give a little, just sign it just to get some awareness out there and obviously get as many signatures as possible. I've also got flyers on fsciento. I think they're on fsciento, fsciento.space. I have a lot of literature there that you can download and print out, and you can go put it through people's letterboxes and stuff if you like. You got a shield? So I'm like a squirrel. I don't even know how you do the shield things. In France, it's considered a cult. Yes, that is true. And they still have the gall. They still have the gall to open the bloody Ideal org in Paris, though. They don't care. Like, how the arrogance of it, the absolute arrogance, it drives me nuts. Hey, Mrs. J, how you doing, darling? Lovely to see you. Hope you're doing well. So anyway, I didn't even let you answer that, did I?
No, it's okay. Paris have a president. not every single org has a president. You only have a president if you have a CC, a celebrity center. So London have a CC. London have a celebrity center, which Tom will go to when he's in London. Paris have a CC. When I was there for the IES delegates conference, which was actually a really, really good experience because I just messed around basically. Besides attending all the meetings and stuff, it's a good time. But we got a tour of Celebrity Center Paris, and we got a tour of the whole entire Paris IDEAL org by the president, and the president is telling us. By the way, this is I think the only FABC president in the entire world. I think, in like in a normal IDEAL org or a normal class 5 org. But she would tell me, though, she would openly say the problems that they've had in France and the suppression that they've been under and whatnot. So they acknowledge it. They acknowledge it for sure.
Yeah, yeah. I actually did a funny video, a Monty Python style video, going through all the different countries that it is actually either banned from, recognized as a cult, or doesn't have religious status. So it's a quite long list. It's not registered. It's not recognized as a religion in Denmark. I think it was France, Germany. It's recognized as a cult. In Russia, it is recognized as it's a terrorist organization. A terrorist organization.
There was an org in Moscow. Not anymore, though, right?
No. Well, the building's still there, empty. You know. But they
do have one in Ukraine, in Kiev. They have a very big mission in Kiev.
Yeah. There's a lot of free zoners in Russia as well. There's a massive free zoner movement. So please get there and sign the petition, and let's see if we can get these guys all investigated and deregistered. That's the ultimate goal, because if they're deregistered, that is really going to mess things up for the UK, especially. You know, think of all these beautiful historic buildings they've got in all over the UK. You know. They've got a huge. I've got videos on all the empty abandoned buildings that they've got all around the world, and especially they got one in Romania, especially in the UK. I've got videos of that. Have they got a mission in Romania? I
believe they do. Yeah.
And you know what? Did you see that? You know the list of all the people. I don't know if it's the birthday game or the stats or whatever. Bloody Hungary seems, or Czech Republic.
Oh,
their stats are massive, aren't they?
Well, I mean, the Eastern Europeans wiped the floor with the UK, and Milano are top. Milano are absolutely top, and when I, even like, birthday game aside, Amber, birthday game aside, when it comes to IES and fundraising for the IES and getting IES statuses completed, and because I mean that's the whole point, is you want to get people into their next status, whether it's patron or patron meritorious or whatever. They wiped the floor with everyone. Milano were crazy.
Okay, right, so sorry, I'm going to wrap it up because it is getting late. It's 11:15 at night here, and my son is still awake. He's loving it. He's like, we stay up late on the weekends anyway, but there's got to be a limit, So I was gonna I'll post up my first ever video. Should I put it on now? My first ever video I made, I sang Happy Birthday to Hubbard. Should I put it on, or should I just repost it on my channel?
Go for it. Yeah, I'd love to see it.
It's going to be so cringe. All right, hang on. Oh my God. Right. So back then I was really, really paranoid about being recognized. And I used to wear a hat and glasses all the time. I used to wear a captain's hat all the time and glasses and a wig and a wig as well. Hang on. So this is my first ever video. Oh my God. All right. Oh shit, I don't even know if I want to share this. It's so embarrassing. Oh, hey Miriam, how you doing, darling? First in all categories. Yeah, I think there was another chart. I'll show you anyway. All right, let me put this on. God, why am I doing this to myself? All right.
Whoa, look at the glasses, man.
Oh no. Whoa. All right, okay. All right. Okay, here you go. I used to call myself so I went undercover and I called myself Sheena, and I used to be called Perth Scientology Audit, and I put Guess Who because I thought they might be watching me because I filmed inside, and then Theta Jane used to be my name as well. So yeah, a lady with many names. Anyway, hey guys.
Welcome to my first live. I think I've sorted it out. I think I'm here. I just thought I'd sing happy birthday to LRH. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, you lying, scamming, mumbling, bumbling, homophobic, racist, bigoted, human trafficking, deceitful piece of shit. Happy birthday to you.
Dude, that was sick. That was brilliant.
So there you go. Big fuck you, Mr. Hubbard. You're still ruining people's lives from beyond the grave. Piss off, basically. Sorry. Oh, thanks. Oh, hey, Anne. How are you? Oh, God. Honestly, you've got to have a laugh, mate. You've got to have a laugh. Now, we're going to protest. So if anyone wants to join me protesting in Perth tomorrow, if anyone can magically pull a load of money out their ass and fly to Perth, because I am in the most isolated city in the world. Honestly, I am. I'm in the closest big city to me is Adelaide. Oh no, it's Singapore. Singapore is actually the nearest big city. Yeah, I'm very isolated. Wow. No one comes out with me. Sometimes I have one person. Yeah, I would love somebody to come out with me tomorrow. Yeah. Amber, I'd love to have you on one day to talk about your story. I think you were around the same time. You were in the cadet org, I believe, in LA, I think.
Oh, wow.
So many people. Yeah. Yeah. Shocking. Yeah. Bloody hell.
There you go. Get Amber.
Oh, I thought that was gross, mate. Oh, can you imagine?
Yeah.
You didn't have to wash it in 13 buckets then? Oh, my God.
13 buckets.
Is it Danny Masterson's birthday today? Fucking.
Oh, my God. Is it? Wow.
I'm not going to celebrate that day. It was. I was just checking to see if there's any other comments. Thank you, everyone, for saying I've got a good voice.
Yeah, you smashed it. You smashed it.
Oh, thanks. I like to have a sing song, but I usually have to be drunk if I'm doing the. I'm going on karaoke. I've got to be drunk, but I do. I sing a lot at home. I sing to the cat a lot, and I get just annihilated by my son. Shut up, Mum. Anyway, we're gonna we'll sign off now, and I just want to reiterate that 2 people lost their lives today due to Scientology doctrine, and we've got a beautiful song that I'm going to play you out with that Jojo made, of course, to remember Phil Gale and Ellie Perkins. So yeah, just sending just sending some like loving vibes and stuff to the family members, especially Liz. I've been thinking of you all day. And yeah, I hope you're okay, and just keep your loved ones close, guys, and please help to spread awareness of this evil organization. And yeah, just like, share, and subscribe. That's the cheapest thing you can do. I've got the cheapest tier of memberships if people want to join as a member and support the channel. It all goes back into the channel. Anything that goes over paying for all the software and stuff that I have to use will go towards traveling to other places. I'm going to be in another state in Australia very soon. I'm not going to let you know where yet, but very, very soon I will be protesting, doing a big protest, hopefully somewhere else in Australia. So watch this space. All right. Thank you so much for coming on, Amir. You're amazing, and we'll have to catch up soon. All right. Love you to bits, and thank you, everyone, for being here, and I will see you soon. All right. Bye.
Awesome.
Oh, Anne. Oh, my God. Anne gifted 20 memberships. Thank you, darling.
Oh, wow. Shout out to Anne.
That's so generous of you. Thank you, darling. Appreciate you. We've got up to 4,250 subscribers now. 2,250 subscribers, I think. Yeah, which is awesome.
Brilliant. Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, sending all our love to Liz Gale. Yeah. All right. I'm actually going to go now. Sorry. All right. Bye, everyone. Bye.
15 years old, a mind like fire. Numbers danced, the world admired. But in the silence, echoes grew. A life too heavy, no way through. The stars above, the ground below, trapped between what he should know. On Hubbard's day, he spread his wings. A final fall, no reckoning. Oh, silent prayers lost in time. Two souls bound by fate's cruel line. No escape from shadows deep, but their voices still will speak. A mother's love, a hopeful heart, a faith so strong, it played its part. She saw the light, she held it tight, but in her son there burned a fight. No guiding hands, no cure to find. A world so blind, a fate unkind. And on that day, her love stood still. A final breath, a shattered will. Oh, silent prayers lost in time. Two souls bound by fate's cruel line. No escape from shadows deep, but their voices still will speak. If love alone could break the chains, erase the loss, erase the pain. Let silence reign where hope once grew, and faith betrayed the ones it knew. A name in books, a name in glass. The past still whispers, shadows cast. May we hear, may we see the cost of faith, the fight to be free.